Okay, I found the little red thing here. This is that red thing that I showed John when I was showing off the head sculpt. This little red thing is where this V fin here attaches to on his head here. And I'm gonna go ahead and leave this red thing that connects to the V fin off to the side, because I know it's gonna fall off. But once this video is done, I will go ahead and add some super glue to this red thing that connects to the V fin on his head here. Okay, now continuing on for the painting I did. Now going down here to the chest here. Going down to the chest here. This green like circle thing, I did painted that green. And these black things where these yellow things are inside, I of course did painted those. And these little like gun things, I did painted those black. And for the shoulder pads, I did do some black on these yellow things here and added some panel lining on the top of these shoulder pads. And for the arms, I did do some black here on these things. And did some black here, some panel lining here, and did a little bit of black on the front skirts. And for the legs, I added some black on these triangles, some black here, and did a little bit of panel lining here on the legs, even the knee pads here. And for the feet, all I did was added some black here. And on the bottom of the feet, I did paint it in the thrusters black here. And for the wings, I painted in the yellow, or I mean white here on the red parts of the wings on both sides. You could see here. And did some panel lining here on the white parts of the wings. And I'm pretty sure you can already tell, like, on the shoulder pads and his chest and even on his skirt things, I did, like, added some weathering and dry brushing like he's been through a lot of battles. The and you already did heard me, Dad, but the the white you see here is like a weathering and dry brushing, like he's been through a lot of battles. And that is all the painting I did. And giving y'all some shots. Here's the side view, the back, and the other side. Oh, and I also forgot, these black things here on the top of the wings, I did painted those. And these black things here on the sides of the shoulder pads, I did painted those as well. And for articulation, the head is on a ball joint here, and even the base of the neck is on a ball joint as well. And he can look up really good and can look down about there. You do get ball joint at the shoulders, and they do have an armpit joint, or what some people like to call them a butterfly joint. And you can see that poly cap that moves with it. And the shoulder pads do move up and down. And you do have a bicep swivel. And you do have a double jointed elbow. But as you can see, these yellow things do kind of get in the way. But you can move them down so that his elbows can bend a lot more. But he does have a double jointed elbow. And you do have ball joints at the hands. And you do have a waist swivel. And the side skirts can move out about there. But you can, if you want to, rotate them either way. And the front skirts do move up, and they are on ball joints. And yes, I did split the skirt so they move independently and not on one piece. And these front skirts are on ball joints. And for the legs, the hips can shift side to side. You can see here. And the legs do move forward and only back about that far. And no, he doesn't have any back skirt articulation. but they can move out only about there because of the side skirts getting in the way. Thigh swivel, double jointed knees. Yeah, 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 I think he does have a double jointed knee. Yeah, he, he does. And the feet does have a joint here, and these ankle guards or ankle skirts are on ball joints, and the feet themselves are on ball joints as well. And the toes do move up and down. And the wings here have a hinge joint here. And if you want to, you can rotate them like this. And they can move in and out on this joint. And the wings do spread out on this joint. And these red pieces do have their own joints. You could see here. And that's it. So you can get this kit in a lot of great poses. And for accessories, he really doesn't come with a lot. Just like minimum accessories. But what he does come with for accessories is his gun here. That there is a name for this gun, but I forgot.
Was it beam rifle? Is that kind of?
Some sort of beam rifle, but there's like a different name for this, but I forgot what it's called. But for the painting that I did for this, I didn't do a lot of painting, just minimum. And which is the black here and those dots on both sides. And for the top, I did do some green here and some black on this square piece. And that's all I did. And of course you can have him slide it into the handles of both of his hands. And you also get his shield here. And I did do some green paint on this thing here, it it is this green here that I painted kind of supposed to represent like a window thing?
I guess, when we look at it in jet mode or as aerial mode, we'll know more from there. But right now, it's what, a shield for them.
And did some black here for the triangle in this part. And I did do some weathering and dry brushing here on the shield part. And to have him hold it, on the bottom, there's this handle part that you can flip out. And you can have him, of course, hold it on both sides. And you could have him hold it this way with the handle sticking up, or this way with the handle facing down. So you do have some options. But what you can also do with this is this front part of the shield, the tip part does untab and fold down, and this black thing does remove. It does remove. There we go. From that white tab in there into this hole on this handle part, from and this is for his like beam saber sword, and he does have a beam effect here, which is this green part, and you can of course attach this to the hole and peg here. And there you have his beam saber. Now you can of course have him hold in both of his hands. And that is everything you get for the accessories. And like I already said before. Oh, and I almost forgot. On the bottom, there is a hole here where you can plug him onto a flight stand for some aerial poses, or any dynamic poses you want for this kid. And like I already said, oh, I almost forgot. For the back of his shoulder pads, this same black paint that's on the front here of the shoulder pads, I did painted those as well. Almost forgot about that. And also, I did do some black paint on this thing and the inside of these engine parts. These gray engine part things. And now it's about time to transform this kid into its jet mode. So to transform it into its jet mode, first what you're going to do is take his hands and pop them off and set them off to the side. Now, what you're going to do next is, well, first get the wings out some. What you're going to do next is take the waist and kind of pull it up some. Well, yeah. You do want to pull up the waist some, but I am going to go ahead and remove him because I want to show y'all. So, when you're going into jet mode, you're going to see this tab here is where that notch is going to go to, like this. So if you're going to transform him into jet mode, pull up the waist some, twist it, and slide him down so that this notch is on that little tab there. In other words, it's going to help lock it into place. Now, what you're going to do is, for the legs here, you're going to bend them back and bring the knees forward on multiple hinge joints. So they look something like this. Something like that. So bend here and bring forward. So they look like like this. You can see here. Now, and now what you're going to do is point his toes down. So they're like this. So you wanted something like that. And then you just bring the skirts down. Now, for the arms here, take these things and pull them out and hinge joint them down so they're like this. And then bring the elbows forward some so they're like this. Well, actually, to take the shoulder pads and fold them down. Okay. 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 So you want to point the shoulder pads down and then bring up the elbows so they're like this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you wanted something like that. Yeah. Okay. And then you're gonna take the head and rotate it around. And now we're gonna bring in the shield and the gun here. And we're going to combine these together. So to do that, take the handle of the gun, flip it down, and okay. And this tab is where that notch is going to go into. Just like that. And once these are tabbed together, underneath, these two tabs are going to go into these two holes here. Just like that. And then finally, you just spread out the wings here. And there you have its jet mode here. And if he would have a display stand, which this kit is not included with, you would attach it to the display stand. And the way you attach him on the display stand in jet mode is you would detach this section here, like remove this, and there will be a hole where you can attach it onto a display stand in its jet mode here. But this kit does not have an included display stand, but if it would, then he would look great on it. But that is the jet mode here. And I do think it looks really cool. Cool. A cool looking jet mode for what it is. Your thoughts about it, Dad?
It's yeah, it's a jet. It is a Gundam wingjet. It's yeah. I can see it.
Do you like have any issues with it, or not so much?
No, I don't have no issues with it.
I like I already said, think it is a really cool looking jet mode for what it is. But it is exactly like what it is in the anime. And that that's it for this kit all around. So I guess we'll be back with our final thoughts and the anniversary spoiler for what I said in the intro.